Well, Alex here, back better late than ever with Horizon Zero Dawn. And previously, we took a break from the game in order to check out the new Safi'jiiva siege in Monster Hunter World Iceborne. And before that, specifically for here, we went and did a side quest called Healer's Oath, ran around collecting stuff, and ran into Nil again when taking on the last abandoned camp. And at the end of that stream, he wanted a showdown where I faced him and killed him. But I was a little put off by something. They gave me that whole accept to, like kill him or don't kill him, choice, whether or not you could fight him or not, and I did. And I was something about it made me uncomfortable. I wanted to look. Is there an alternative for this? Was it one of those trick quests where it's like, do you either give the guy the fight he wants, or do you decline and see what happens? Well, after that stream, I went and looked it up. Without really spoiling anything, let's just say that he does actually come back to help you out later in the game. And apparently there's a trophy for something like that. I don't know if he's tied to it specifically, but I went back and I'd used a checkpoint to go all the way back to where we last see him, and I saved the game there. Hopefully it did. Honestly, the save system in this game is confusing. Because, you'd think, like, oh, just pick the file you saved at, right? Nope, it gives you a whole bunch of these separate files from Lord knows where. So, trying to get the right file was kind of a chore and a half. Disregard that, kill crazy boss fight from before. I'm altering it so that way he doesn't die and we do get him to come back later to help me for a certain event.
Nil, I did wonder on my way here, well, if you were luring me into an ambush.
Where's the fun in that? Some bandit sprawl would never have done for our arena. But this, much better. There's a sense of drama. So, what do you say? How about we try to kill each other?
Is it me, or is he a little too clean in the torso?
Wait, you brought me out here to ask if I want to fight you?
To the death. We'll savor it because we only get this one time.
Actually, I don't know what else I expected.
Okay, spare him, see what happens.
I'm flattered that you think of me this way, but I don't want to kill you.
Don't be hasty. When it's life against death, hunter against hunter, I know it'll come to you.
Is that really what you want, Nil? I don't think you have a death wish. What you have might be worse, but I see there might be a need for you in this world.
I don't understand.
I won't fight you. That's my decision. You can respect it, or try to shoot me in the back as I go.
Then it's over. Your last arrow is the cruelest.
He'll come back. He looks sad. Like, dude, really? You really want to end your life over some silly shit like this? I don't know what I expected. But yeah, he he comes back later in the game for a specific thing that I'm not going to say anything about because that would be spoiler heavy. Okay, so what I want to do, what I intended to do, but the game kind of went a little long and I wanted to save it for later, and then I got sidetracked with Monster Hunter World. I wanted to go up here and do the main mission. What was it? Maker's End? Yeah, Maker's End. And get the last metal vessel, 2 metal vessels here, the last vantage there, and the corrupted zone there. The one over here with the damn rock eaters I'm saving till way later, specifically until after I've done the Ancient Armory quest, which is down here somewhere, or I get a special armor with a shield generator attached to it. So I'm saving it for that. So as for now, Maker's End, we get a little optional bit right here. And that seems to be... yeah, so far that's the immediate agenda. Maker's End. And yeah, there's like a mysterious voice speaking to Aloy through her focus thingamajig. There's the spire, which up there in the horizon, which looks like it's going to be super important. It certainly looks like it. Come on, game, load. It's just a simple fast travel, nothing more. Ugh, I really hate how the game just chooses when to not... like, it was going by reasonably well in its loading times, but now it's being picky with where it how it reloads. Okay, we came through there. That's the bandit camp. So I want to go here. Doesn't look like there's a road or anything. I'll just head up and then reverse. Maker's End, huh? That looks big. Wee big. There's a big tower up there. Anything I wanna trade? Not sure. I still need a damn goose skin. I definitely don't need this. some of these sparklers. I believe I still needed goose, right? Goose skin? Yeah.
It's over. Fight's on.
I do not want to fight him, but okay. Fuck off. Well, that's inconvenient.
Huh. Nice.
I wanted to go around them, but I thought I could just take a shortcut by hacking one of them. That didn't work out, because he turned around. This looks big. Very big. So this was what that... Remember how I complained about this very pixelated cloud? Oh, we're in the area of where it was.
I'll take them out one by one if I stay out of sight.
Bandits, huh? Cultists.
Eclipse, just like you said.
Gotta get the demons raised before the ground freezes again. Dig it up with any witches want, but now the witches are buried in nowhere. Danger!
You can see them.
Farewell,
I can't see.
fool!
Ah, miss.
I'll find you and make it hurt. Here we are.
How do I... the hell do I get in here?
Can't see them.
Oh, stairs. I'm an idiot. Shut up. Alrighty then. So Maker's End is over there. Campfire stuff over there. Huh. Looks like the remains of a corruptor right here. Must have been digging it out or so. Wait a minute, wait. Wasn't there a thing? Odyssey to Nowhere. Funeral for an Obsolete Future, an Odyssey to Nowhere. Paris, July 7th, 2057. 25 persons from 5 nations stand before the offices of Odyssey Euro West, hands clasped solemnly at their waists or held stiffly at their sides. Some are politicians, some are businessmen. These days, is there a difference? Some are scientists. Slowly, Geralt White steps to the podium. I regret to announce that as of today, the Odyssey is no more. What exists of the vessel will be abandoned in orbit. All personnel will collect severance income and be released from their contracts. The sad fact is that our species' greatest hope for an extraplanetary future was never able to escape the gravity of terrestrial, all-too-human conflicts. White sighs. Perhaps the innovations we pioneered will help improve the lives of future generations. Time will tell. So the Odyssey colonization starship was a bust. That sucks. At least I think it was. Looks like this was quite the outpost. Chargers. Annoying shits. But at least they're easy to deal with, right?
Right where he said it would be.
What?
Not a bad selection. I'll put those to use.
I think I already have one of these. A rattler, rope caster. Yeah, I already have a rope caster, didn't I? What did he give me? I guess it counted as the same thing, I suppose.
Why are you doing this?
Because I want you to succeed. Good hunting. We'll talk later.
Wait! Damn him.
Alright, so I'm supposed to go in there, and there's more cultists in there. Looks like it. But I'm not going in there yet. Metal vessel. Metallurgic. Metallurgic International. There's one, the last one is right there. Corrupted zone over here. Is it doable or is it bullshit? Bellowback. Ravager. Well, so long as I take their guns off, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Ah, they're immune. I forgot about that. It's always the corrupted ones that are worse. Let me let me remind myself. What are Ravagers weak against again? Fire. Freeze down below. Shock up top. It's a shell walker. Unexpected reinforcements. Him.
I'm not here.
anything. I love how he can hit me when I'm tying him down.
That one held.
Shit. Difficult, but not impossible. Kudos to the Shell Walkers for putting a dent in them, though. And there's already there's a settlement right here, apparently. Unexpected.
I'm soaked from melted snow.
Oh, it's the bandit camp. Never mind. Yep, cleared the corrupt zone. There it is. Final Vantage.
A pocket storm tour. Day one. Where better to start than at the end? Or where the end started anyway?
Really?
Or it all came crashing down. My career first. And everything else.
Fucking really? Of course, they just had to notice. Why do Glinthawks fucking exist? on! Where's the other one? Fuck off. Annoying pieces of shit. Okay, can I actually read the log now? Like I was peacefully doing until the Glinthawks decided to say collectively to themselves, hey, let's ruin this fucker's day. Okay. Let's try this again.
A pocket shitstorm tour, day 1. Where better to start than at the end. Or where the end started, anyway. Ground zero. Where it all came crashing down. My career first. And everything else. And I mean everything.
So this was the place where the machine apocalypse first started, huh? So we found the birthplace of Skynet, more or less. Corrupted zone's done. Oh, well, except one. All vantage points done. Hi, Ma. Remember how ecstatic we were when I landed a job here? Aerospace controls engineer at Faro Automated Solutions, straight out of Stanford U. Saturday, I was tossing a motorboard. Monday, I'm an employee of the biggest corporation on Earth. Starting wage, 6 times basic. It was a dream come true, yours as much as mine. When I found out I'd landed the gig, I waited until graduation day to tell you in person. You were so proud. You hugged me 5 minutes straight, laughing and crying at the same time, saying over and over, onwards and upwards, the start of great things. I thought so too. It seemed as though nothing bad would ever happen to me, to us, ever again. But bad did happen, of course, more bad than I ever knew was possible, and while I can't blame FAS for making you sick, Metallurgic gets the credit for that, I can sure as hell blame Faro for the rest. But let's talk about the end of the world later. It plays a part in the story, of course. If I hadn't found out what was coming, I wouldn't be doing this, leaving these time capsules behind. But the apocalypse isn't the story I want to tell. This is going to be about our family, about us. It's time to get going. Spent enough of my life in the shadow of this place. I've got 11 more vantage spikes in the truck of the Sabara I rented, and some pretty good ideas for where to sink them. So let's get the hell away from this place and start sinking. That's all of them. Every last one of them. And we still got, so yeah, we got one more corrupt left. The last mug is not far away. And the last flower is in the ancient armory. And I got a level up point. So what do I want is the question. I'm getting a lot of resources as is. Dodge prowess. might do dodge prowess.
Should have brought a cart.
God damn it. I'm having a rough time with the game today, apparently. What part of the game's controls did it think I wanted to fall all the way down? Off the...
Scrabbling a bit.
And now I can't find where the blasted... There it is. Okay, can I do this right without the game fucking me over again? Thank you. Not a big drop, really. Okay. So we got one more vessel down that way. Convoy of spiders. Whoa. These auroras, or is it just light from the moon? I want to say the moon. Yeah, it can't be the Aurora, because the Aurora is supposed to be, like, way up north.
This'll do.
Ravager Cannon. Which I wanted to use earlier, but got robbed instead.
Watchers. The Eclipse and corrupted machines cooperating.
Nope. But you won't. Great.
That Nora's above us!
These dig sites, they're massive.
Indeed.
Snow chill, bitches.
Supply crate.
An explosion.
What are they digging up? Oh, hold on. A cat wants to go down. Eeky, kitty. Cat wanted to get down from the bed. Okay. Guy right there. Watchers all around.
All these ruins. What did the old ones do here?
They made something they shouldn't have. That's what they did. Could I raid the corpse, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. That's 2 down. I'll save the corruptor for last.
Still sniffing around.
Oh, that was a bust.
The corruptor. I need proof change.
Okay, can throw stuff now. Couldn't do that before. Although it makes sense that it can. Okay, took him out. Not how I wanted to do it, but... He dead. That one ain't dead. Bullseye.
Here! The girl!
She went that way.
Till I find you.
Finally.
I give up. The shadow doesn't leave me alone.
They dead, they all dead. Must have been quite the facility once upon a time. Seen better days, of course.
What have they been uncovering here?
Straight ahead. More explosions.
It's heavy. World's going white.
That must be it. And there's the last one. Ancient vessel, Thunderheads. Rocky Mountain Thunderheads. Sounds like a sports team. That's all of them. Coffee mugs. Old coffee mugs. That sounded like music.
Another explosion.
Sounds like repeating explosions. Oh shit.
Rotate turret!
Deathbringer, like they were talking about.
And fire! All weapons operational. Time to get it moving. And be quick about it. No daydreaming.
Soon this demon will be up and running. Another Deathbringer to fill out the ranks.
So there's more of them.
Bringers all we talked about. Man, I'll never get into that tower. Unless I destroy that thing first.
This may be a challenge. It's a giant spider tank. Well, I'd rather deal with it than have to put up with a bunch of these guys. And
Focus. It stopped working.
I've disabled his focus.
well, shit. God damn it. Is it me or is the aiming spottier than Mass Effect 3 sometimes? Oh, you got the circle pinpoint on the head? Fuck you. It missed anyway.
And be quick about it. No daydreaming.
Soon this demon will be up and running. Another death.
Has to be one of the Deathbringers Olin talked about. Me? I'll never get into that tower. Unless I destroy that thing first.
It almost sounded like radio music.
I can get out of this.
Okay, a couple more. No, it's a dredger. A regular dude.
Behind me.
Focus. Stop working.
I've disabled his focus. The rest is up to you.
I'll handle it. Steam's blasting out. I wonder if those are weak points.
Killed him.
Must always say, patience.
He's coming back. Officer, huh? Oh, he's wearing... They're not coming this way, so I'm gonna circle here, get the guy over on the far end.
Someone slaughtered one of us.
Wait for it to get calm again, then shoot him in the back.
That's right. No one here.
Nothing. Help me!
Move along now.
Two. It's like something out of Terminator. I've been had because he turned around. Weakness, weakness. Get rid of the guns. Kill it. I killed it. A Deathbringer.
Did it. Those things pack a punch. All right. That Eclipse officer had a focus. Let's see what's on it.
No, I don't want the rat bone. Yeah, that one over there. That one was only at half health, so Lord knows. So the full health ones are likely going to be more powerful. It's guarding the inside. Or was it already there? How much you want to bet we gotta go in there? Two focuses.
Let's see what you have to say. What is this?
The entity lives. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Hades.
What the hell was that? Hades? Hey! Mysterious stranger, did you see that? No answer, huh? Figures. Things just keep getting stranger. I need to find a way inside the tower.
Into the tower we go. Yep, that was definitely an AI. Okay, music went a little nuts for some reason.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Go figure. Ugh, they want me to scan the fucking rhinos again because I tried that and it killed me for no reason. Deathbringer, huh? That is not a toothpick. That is a That is a corkscrew. So into the tower. Oh, that's crawls on legs, and it's got spikes to hold itself down for when it to hold itself onto the ground. Kind of looks like something you'd see on Terminator. I get.
Snow's got a bite out here.
Well, with the T-shaped head and the arm turrets. Either that or Halo.
It's tight, but I can squeeze through.
Squeeze through the crack. Well, this place has seen thousands of years of nature taking over.
Hold for identiscan.
One of these again.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. Please step inside.
So this one let us in, but the old one didn't. Damn. Faro Automated Solutions. Well, so much for the vault keeping the elements out. It's all frosted in. I guess the ventilation systems...
Dr. Sobek, you are 355,510 days overdue for your meeting with Mr. Farrell. Please proceed to the 35th floor.
Wait. 350,000. That's hundreds of years ago. What's going on?
That was a long time ago. I'm guessing the ventilation shorted out and all the snow and ice crept in. Elevator shaft. An office. Looking for stuff. See if there's anything I can touch. There's something.
The
codes use polyphasic entangled waveforms, quantum encryption, black quartz stuff, way beyond military grade. That's what you demanded. So that's what we delivered.
You don't code something you can't crack. All we need is a backdoor. Upload the latest service pack update and the problem goes away.
You specifically forbade us from leaving anything resembling a backdoor in code. Every protocol to Black Quartz standard. Your words. Look, if you need me to fudge some projections, it's nothing we haven't done before.
I don't need fudged projections. I need a way to reassert control over the Heart's Timor swarm.
I don't know what to tell you, Ted. You're asking the impossible.
So, codes. They needed codes of some kind to control the machines. But they got out of control. Sounds bad.
Yep. Keeping a lookout for anything hidden. I need a power cell for the vault after all. Supposedly this is one of the areas to get it. Ted Faro. Old monitors. Can't touch this. Nothing interactable in here so far.
Or a statue of one, anyway. A machine built to kill. And they honored it?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic Chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising. Faro Automated Solutions. For every problem of life, a smart solution.
So they made the Focus. 25,000 people? That's bigger than a tribe. So they made machines and devices. I guess those things were common in their world.
Yep. So the Deathbringers and Crutches were part of you know, were basically military hardware, and that was automated and went out of control. Just like Skynet.
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations.
Elevator. Another text. Corporate log. July 7th, 2064. Field 9:54 a.m. Field Commandant Daig of the Indo-Malay Agricultural Combine arrived with his delegation. Refreshments to be served before their 10:15 a.m. sales presentation on the chariot line. Per instructions, food will be vegetarian only. Yuck. 10:07 a.m. Sander Agnew, Vice President of Territorial Integrity from Fresh Grounds Coffee Global, arrived with his entourage. Refreshments to be served before their 10:30 a.m. sales presentation on the chariot line. Per instructions, we'll use Fresh Grounds Tacoma blend, no artificial creamers. 10:12 a.m. So that happened. Called security and janitorial to clean up the coffee that was spilled. Actually, more like thrown. I wasn't aware that the Indo-Malay Combine grows coffee beans and that Fresh Grounds acquisition team has tried to take their fields by force repeatedly. Whoops. I think Commandant Daig had Agnew by the hair for a second there. Who schedules these things? I'm willing to drop a line to sales. This can't happen again. A little corporate antagonism. Same thing we listened to. I find it kind of amazing how this whole air facility still has power after all these years. I guess they found a reusable source of energy.
What was this place? What were they doing here?
It was a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your focus. They'll help you understand.
Deathbringer. Unearth ancient weapons platform. Elizabeth Sobeck, born March 11th, 2020, is an American scientist, roboticist, and engineer, widely regarded as one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. Born and raised outside Carson City, Nevada, she enrolled at Stanford University at age 13. Damn, that's young. Must have been quite the genius. Earning a BS in experimental physics and computer science at age 16. She completed her PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence design at Carnegie Mellon University in 2040 and joined Faro Automated Solutions as a junior scientist the same year, rising quickly to chief scientist at the age of 22. Over the next 8 years, her green robot designs played a vital role in realizing the environmental cleanup and detoxification efforts of the clawed back decade. Propelled FAS to the forefront of its field. In 2048, she suddenly resigned from FAS, protesting the company's pivot to automated military technologies. Well, I can see why. Once it's all automated and it goes out of control, well, what are you going to do? In 2049, she founded Miriam Technologies, a firm devoted to life-positive robotics and other technologies. Miriam has since become one of the world's largest suppliers of green robots, winning numerous awards and accolades, including the 2053 Nobel Prize for Physics and the 2056 Rachel 2056 Rachel Carson Award for Environmental Progress. Okay. Theodore Ted Farrow, born December 24th, 2013, is an American entrepreneur and business magnate. He is the founder of Farrow Automated Solutions, the largest corporation of all time, the world's wealthiest individual, and the first ever billionaire. Oh, wait a minute. First ever trillionaire. Trillionaire. Born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah, he enrolled at the University of California, Los Angeles, where he studied business for 2 years before dropping out in 2033 to start FAS. Though it struggled at first, the company broke through at the end of the troubled 2030s with its popular lines of personal servitors and bodyguard bots, then exploded when its famous line of green robots led the race to solve the climate crisis during the 2040s. Clawback. At the end of that decade, FAS opened a military defense branch, dominating the world market for automated military platforms by 2043. The success of FAS has made Mr. Farrow the world's best-known businessman, one of its most sought-after speakers, and a major voice in politics, culture, and international affairs. History of FAS. Full Farrow Automated Solutions. Okay, first, Farrow Automated Solutions is an American multinational corporate entity that produces robots for all walks of life. Though its core business consists of military and defense contracts. Yawn, I can't stop yawning, damn it. As of 2063, FAS has ranked number 1 among the Fortune 5 by gross revenue and profit for 10 years in a row, and a world record. Founded in 2033 by Theodore Ted Farrow, an entrepreneur from Salt Lake City, Utah, the company developed several promising robot prototypes in its early years, but failed to break into markets dominated by the then industry giants like General Synthetics and Recor. This changed in 2038. 2038. Thought it was a 6 for a sec. With the debut of the Alfred, is that an at sign? At Alfred line of levitating personal servitors, which generated exceptional sales, lifting the company onto the Fortune 50 for the first time. Profits tripled in the 2040s as the company's environmental efforts, led by famed engineer Elizabeth Sobeck, catapulted FAS to the head of that sector. In 2049, in the wake of successful green and climate cleanup efforts around the globe, worldwide approval ratings of FAS exceeded 90%, and founder Ted Farrow was hailed across media and social networks as the man who saved the world. Yet it was the emergence of FAS as a military contractor in the late 2040s that cemented its status as the world's wealthiest corporation. With a record market capitalization of over $23 trillion by 2055, FAS controlled 61% of the market share for automated military platforms, holding contracts with 353 nations, transgovernmental organizations, and corporate entities. Today, its holdings exceed the second largest corporation, FB Mobile Hall Global, by 321%. Corporation, association of individuals created under authority of law, having existence, powers, and liabilities distinct from those of its members. In a business sense, a corporation is usually owned by shareholders through the sale or distribution of stock, who profit from such ownership, vote at designated times for its governance, and designated executives who run its affairs. Most corporations engage in one or more industries to produce goods or offer services for profit, and may in turn own other corporations, companies, or property as holdings. Yep. Someone's little office lab. Going in there, but what's over here? I don't mean to go over all the deaths. She's doing it herself.
Now I know this must seem like a bizarre change in direction. I mean, we're Faro Automated Solutions, right? #1 robotics firm in the world. Why would we clear our production slate to fabricate human-operated vehicles and weapon systems, the relics of the past? All I can say at this juncture is... trust me. We will be exploiting a massive, growth opportunity by retooling and reallocating capacity according to my plan. So I will need revised projections of mass fabrication velocity across every pipeline within 36 hours.
So they were making machines, then they stopped to make other kinds of weapons? Why?
And there. Went in there. Smell to it. Not even old death. Nothing natural. Must be the air conditioning, or what little is left functioning of it. Alright. Hole in the wall.
Another cave-in. But I could get through.
From J. Friedkin to reception. Subject re-complaint. Hey, reception, if that is your real name, want to know who scheduled Indo-Malay right next to Fresh Grounds? That would be me, Senior VP of Sales. Want to know why? After that little hair-pulling incident, both sides increased their bids by 40%. I'll explain. Because your receptionist-level brain probably requires it. Those two sides are fighting, and what do we sell? That's right, combat machines. We want them to hate each other, So they will try to fight each other with what? That's right, again, combat machines, which they will pay us a lot of money for. So I suggest you go back to serving coffee with a blank smile and let me do my much more complicated job. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Friedkin to you. Wow, what an asshole. Oh yeah, risk people killing each other so you can make a couple of extra bucks. What a douchebag. Nice shadow. Whoops.
I'll bet I can use that as a ramp to get back up.
It all came down. So it's a way to go back up. Holographic device.
Looks like I can climb here.
Okay, fell down that hole. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, much better. How do I get over there? So we went left, so we gotta go right.
Made it.
So we go in there. Looks like a boardroom. FAS campus log. Security log. High priority alert. Automated log note. All non-essential systems have entered hibernation. High priority alert, automated log notice, full lockdown has been initiated. Blah, blah, blah. Due to the increasing frequency of violent protests targeting the campus, the security of FAS employees can no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, we have taken the difficult decision to shutter this facility indefinitely. Staff will be briefed on a block-by-block basis regarding proper procedures for archiving and or disposal of project-related data and materials. HiSec and a crisis team will then conduct exit review before all areas are locked down. Priority messaging to all staff in E and F blocks. Treat the current lockdown situation as an exercise, but do not attempt to release the hatches or otherwise exit the buildings. We're reminded that while HiSec personnel remain committed to employee safety during the current unfortunate events, personnel firearms must be relinquished when presenting for Identiscan. Additional public access roads and route to the campus have now been closed to relieve waiting time at the outer security cordons. HiSec reminds all staff that the campus remains off limits to the public. Following recent campus security issues, all staff are reminded that presenting for Identiscan and displaying your security badge prominently at all times for image and analytics are both mandatory. In light of recent acts of terrorism directed at the Rapid Transit System, HiSec now offers a Big Brother initiative to accompany staff traveling from off-site. Sign up is required and strongly encouraged. 48 more entries and high priority additional entries corrupted.
So people were angry at Faro, at the corporation. They blamed this place for something bad.
Yeah, they made a mad AI. That's what they did. And it started apparently destroying the world. At least that's what I'm assuming. And again, we literally heard the voice of one. Spiritual Summit. From Ted Faro to Paula Vassara. Spiritual Summit. Paula, recent events have sharpened my perspective, and I think that I and FAS in general have been neglecting the spiritual side of things. Not under any specific religious framework, of course, but in a more general sense, as in not giving enough thought to our shared values, hopes, and aspirations for the afterlife. I'd like you to reach out to religious leaders of every stripe with the intention of scheduling a conference soon. Very soon. I'll have more thoughts about the agenda later, but for now, let's put out some feelers and see if we can lock something in. Make it a big tent. No cooks, but anyone with a credible audience. Let's go deluxe. Make it clear we'll spare no expense. Thanks, Ted. Spare no expense. Spare no expense. We're not making the same mistakes again. No, you're making all new ones. Say what you will about the sequel, about Jurassic Park and its sequels. Whether you like the sequels or not, you gotta give them credit for being very quotable for any situation. Well, this looks like something. Don't know if there's anything in here to scan, but I'll look. Well, those terminals most definitely look like something, alright. Looks like this was a main office.
AC-3 Scarab combines conventional and information warfare capabilities in one package. Designed for high-speed, all-terrain reconnaissance, it boasts the world's highest survivability rating of any Scout-class autonomous agent. Maybe it's the Scarab's emergency biomass conversion systems that ensure it always makes it back to base, even if fuel supply lines have been interdicted. Or maybe it's the Scarab's ability to slave enemy robots to its own network. Now that's force multiplication. Add a prehensile manipulator arm that can handle a host of functions, from 360-degree less lethal riot management to surgical repairs of Allied chariot line models. And you've got the workhorse of any cutting-edge peacekeeping fleet.
The Corruptor.
The Scarab.
Slave enemy robots to its own network. It sounds like it's talking about how it corrupts machines.
So that's the official designation. So the line in general was Chariot, with a bunch of course, different submodels. In this case, the Scarab, which is what we've been facing for the most part, as far as the old machines are concerned. The FAS ACA-3 Scarab. So it converts biomass into fuel. Well, apparently it ate too much of it.
The FSP-5 Khopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle force capability. Metamaterial construction delivers unmatched recoil dampening, allowing you to field any weapon package that conforms to your budget needs and conflict resolution profile. Patented biomass conversion systems allow extended emergency operations with minimal environmental impact. Multilinear target processing provides simultaneous real-time threat analysis and legal review for autonomous domestic operations. Or control can be slaved to the swarm's neural network for weapons-free force application. Either way, when it's time to call out the big guns, it's time to call Khopesh.
The Deathbringer. So this was the heavy hitter. Main battle force indeed.
Khopesh. Not familiar with. Well, while it was talking while listening, I looked it up. Apparently, a Khopesh is an Egyptian sickle sword, 50 to 60 centimeters in length, evolved from battle axes. Huh. Used by the New Kingdom of Egypt and in the Kingdom of Israel and Judah, the Canaanite city-states. 3rd millennium BC, 13, so roughly used in 1300s BC. Battle of Kadesh between the New Kingdom of Egypt under Ramses II and the Hittite Empire under Muwatalli II. Huh. So yeah, think of it as a sword where, you know how, it starts off from the hilt, but then it bends and curves downward and back upwards eventually, kind of like a crescent. So Scarab and Khopesh. So what's number 3?
The BOR-7 Horus. Imagine your complete engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network.
The machine
Whether
devil.
your need is to replace battlefield losses or intensify force projection, the Horus's onboard manufacturing capabilities mean you'll never get stuck waiting for the next arms delivery. Simply redefine your force parameters, and the Horus will fabricate additional units to fill the ranks for an affordable per-unit licensing fee. Meanwhile, the biomass conversion, extending its operational tolerance, leading Titan-class platform. That's the Horus advantage. Always regulating, always ready. The future of automated warfare made real today.
The Metal Devil.
Yup.
So these were Faro machines too. Manufacturing capabilities. They could make more of themselves. Then how would you ever stop them?
You wouldn't. They just keep feeding on all living shit surrounding you and use it as fuel to convert to make more of themselves until they ran out. So I'm sensing an Egyptian theme with these. And yeah, the Horus, it looks just like the Reapers from Mass Effect. Like, there's no mistaking it. Hell, it is the Reaper from Mass Effect. Sovereign, Harbinger, and the rest of them. Same similar starting backstory. Rampant AI that can make more of themselves from digesting or taking organic life from Lord knows where than making more of themselves with it. It's the Reapers.
Looks like the way up. What's left of it?
I've been saying it. And the game just feeds me more reason to almost call plagiarism on it. I mean, yeah, someone will probably say inspiration, but well, when you start literally making your game take cues literally down to not just visuals, but even backstory, it's like, are you really making your own shit, or are you just stealing at this point?
Frozen metal most of the way. Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek.
So, are you the daughter, or is she something else? Genetic match and all that. So what is going on here?
If plants can find a way to hang on up here, guess I can too.
That just keeps going up, I see. So what's over here then?
It's cold.
Wait. Ow. I did not want to do that. So that's that way. What's up here? Same direction, really.
That began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine. Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated, but it's not. The Peacekeepers have not responded to stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate. Now, what I can promise, can absolutely assure you, is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days, maybe weeks to come, just bear in mind that we will get past this. That a day's coming when none of this will matter.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
Yep. It's the double talk. Damn, we're high. getting real high. Didn't really understand why there was a need for 2 ways to go up. I didn't see anything special, did you? And I'm keeping my eye out for it.
No space.
All hands on deck. From Gordon Nakata to Gina Zierman. Gina, ever hear of the Melville Island Fruit Association? Neither had I, till they filed suit against us this morning. Apparently there's a little island paradise off the coast of Australia, population 2,700, all of whom hate us now that a stray Hearts Timber unit is chowing down on their largest mango orchard. That brings the official count of Heart Timber-related lawsuits to 127, most of them from private companies, but also a bunch from individuals, nation-states, and NGOs, and that's not even counting the mother of all liability claims from Hearts itself. Call every external firm we've ever used, then call their competitors. We're going to need every corporate defense lawyer we can find who's still half sober and on the bar. Gordon Nakata, Associate General Consul, FAS. Regarding rumors, already saw that. Nowhere but up, Double D. We got another one of those double ones. What's meat doing all the way out here? So far, it doesn't really seem like there's any reason for needing these double paths when it all leads to the same area anyway. Bonda Sea incident. From Stacy Anders to Robert Rescher, Dolphin vid. Bob, another problem to add to our big steaming pile. Apparently, a fisherman in the band sea captured video of a Hart's Timber Horus unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shoreline of Palau Wetar on a pod of endangered dolphins, no less. Quite possibly the last of their kind. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happens inside a blender, as if the robot was whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin chum. Oh, God. Our suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 networks, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. A prepared statement feels grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. Stacy Anders, VPPR, VFAS. Whoops. Well, that, sounds like quite the stinker. I may have to look up where this power cell is because I am having a lot of bad luck keeping an eye out for it. Here's where we were. Bunker door.
A way up. All it takes is a few good handholds. All right, made it. Wonder what we'll find.
I'm still looking for that power cell, and I have no idea where it is.
No room.
There it is.
I keep finding these power cells. What do they do?
They open the vault. Damn. There's a thing over there. Guessing we open that after we search. Yeah, the whole top of the building's been removed.
I can't spare the weight.
Now this is quite the view, isn't it? Nice.
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy Alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
Scan the data point.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
Alright, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So, spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
There was a glitch in the system, and then the machines went completely rogue. So it wasn't so much as self-awareness or anything. They just went. It was an unfortunate accident.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots.
Peacekeepers.
That consume biomass as fuel.
In emergencies.
And you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean.
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth. Somehow she defeated them. The world of the Old Ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
Oh,
The final pharaoh has been recovered.
they did the Halo maneuver where the machines ate everything, and I'm guessing they reseeded life on Earth once they were done, because once they ran out of food, they pretty much shut down. It's just like the flood from Halo.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I am speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
She pulled a Halo.
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
At least that's what it sounds like. Because in Halo, the Forerunners activated the Halo rings, which sent out a massive wave of energy, which wiped out all organic matter in the universe. Organic life capable of supporting the flood anyway, not all literal organic matter. You know what I mean? But the librarian, one of the Forerunners, had basically taken samples of every race and species in the Milky Way, and after the Halos had fired and the flood was contained from either being locked in the rings or outside of them, those starving to death, then the universe the galaxy was reseeded. That's basically what I feel is going on here with Zero Dawn. All then current organic life gets, devoured and then reseeded, and I'm guessing if the other machines were any indication, reseeding life all over again. At least that's what it sounds like. Very Forerunner-ish.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the Old Ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Faro robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, You uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
Well, you wanna see your point. If you're so smart, you don't understand. Well, I'd want to know who I'm dealing with first, right?
You have no idea what I've been through. How hard it's been. My whole life, I grew up not knowing who I am or where I came from, and then come the Eclipse trying to kill me just because I look like this Elizabeth Sobek woman.
And they killed the man who raised you and you found in the mountain as a baby. I already know this through your focus.
The point is, every time I take a step forward, the answers slip farther from my grasp. You just don't understand.
It's not that I don't understand, Aloy. It's that I don't care. If the answers keep slipping away every step you take, then you best start running to catch up. Maybe then you'll realize just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Faro robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing
here? I don't know who's voicing the Silence guy, but he sounds like Keith David. A little, kind of reminds me of him. It probably isn't, but it does remind me of him.
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you've still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
Faro robots.
You said you've known for some time that Faro war machines destroyed the civilization of the Old Ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
Or tentacles.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of? Now, if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
Tracking my focus. Who is Hades?
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades. It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Faro robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the Old Ones had to destroy itself.
Yup. That's what I said.
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice, that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Is there any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Cryostasis.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. Wasting time.
Who are you, Silence? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the Eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent.
He's former Banuk. Yeah, if you look down, if you looked down a bit at his arms, you will see, you know, crisscrossing cables sewn into his arms. He's former Banuk. That's where he's from. At least I assume he is. No other tribe has that kind of decoration on their bodies.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Oseram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the Eastern Mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved. Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up here, at least. U.S. Robot Command next. To learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
So Scarabs, Kodesh, and Horus. Yep, Egyptian. So we have AIs like Hades, Hephaestus, based on Greeks, and these Pharaoh line stuff were based on Egyptian. Get rid of the desert glass. Yeah, the way they're setting it up very, very heavily reminds me of Halo. Halo and Mass Effect. So 3 out of 5 power cells. And we're going down. Way down. The Grave Horde.
Snow. Prickles on my skin.
That is rain, actually. Okay, now we have snow. Never mind then. Very tall building, alright. Took a long time to get up there, but not so long to get down. Typical.
Might regret this.
So this grave hoard is in the east, huh? It's all the way over here. Near the Frozen Wilds area. Let me walk a bit out of the base, out of the campus, see if anything happens. Nope, that seems to be it. I don't see any indications of side quests yet. And we've done a huge amount of them. I think what I'm gonna do is head back to Meridian and trade all the stuff that I found. And then head over there. Load already! Y'all darn it. It's just friggin' Meridian. How hard can it be? Ugh.
Almost done.
I don't have all the flowers. Baskets.
Take a look where a matter of time before an Oseram tried to kill the Sun King.
Buy what you need, leave the rest. Like to buy something today?
Flower collectibles. Mystery boxes. Artifact collectibles.
Don't pass up.
Crazy Oseram tried to kill our Sun King till the machine rider stopped. Back from the wilds. Find any Banuk relics?
Yup, all of them.
You ready? Let's come on back if you find any Banuk goods.
No,
I'd
that's
like
all
to
of them.
discuss a trade with you, Out.
That's all the Banooks. There are no more. Vessel collectible. Hunting goods.
Buy what you need. Machines or band.
These aren't good. They're necessities.
See for yourself.
Yes. I remember you. Did you find the vessels I seek?
Yes, hipster beard. All
I
of
will
them.
leave you to the
No,
hunt.
no, 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 no. I didn't want to do that.
You're everything I'm not. Welcome back. Yes, yes. Trade quickly. I have work to do.
Yes.
May you enjoy your travels as I enjoy my studies.
Yeah. Ah.
You again. Yes, I'm happy to trade.
Yeah, trade. Yeah.
Return to perhaps your travels have taken you through ancient ruin? Let us speak of it. Yes, a trade, yes. Yes, yes. Yes. You look capable.
Okay, that's all of them, I think.
You might do. Come here if you will.
Only thing left are the flowers, and there's only one more left in the ancient weapons vault. And I don't see any indication of side quests anywhere. This is later. Baker's End. So Silas is his name. Sounds like a villain name the more I think about it. Fast travel over here, then save at the camp further up. So the next quest is the Grave Horde. While I'm at it, gather what herbs I can.
Save these for the trail.
Did not want that. Hate when I do that. Oh, I should have traded that. Completely forgot that I have a bunch of stuff I can trade. Ember. Looks very potent. Looks of things.
I'll find a use for you.
There's a Horus up there. Glenn talks. Ugh. Stupid things. Well, before I save there, I'm gonna travel over here and get rid of some of this, sell some of this stuff.
Machine spirits grant you favor.
Huh. The Banooks from before.
Don't assume the hunt will be easier just because.
Sell. Okay. Go over here and save over there. All right. Manual save. Alright, and that Glinthawk is gonna attack me, but whatever, fuck him, I'll deal with him later. So, yeah, we finally did another main mission. Where we went into the remains of what's left of Faro Industries, and we found out the origin of the machine plague. There was a catastrophic glitch in the system, which caused all of them to go out of control and start devouring all life on Earth. More or less. Ugh. So yeah, we pretty much have a hodgepodge of Mass Effect and Halo as our backdrop for this game. Ugh. It's not so much inspiration as much as it's copycat and adding a little bit of your own, vaguely your own thing into it. I mean, let's be honest, the only thing different about Horizon Zero Dawn is the setting. Everything else has been borrowed from other franchises. But I'll go into more detail of how I feel about that in the end of the game. But, yeah, that pretty much is it. And we know why Elizabeth was not fond of automated machines because of, glitch or self-awareness happens and it all goes out of control and you can't stop it. Well, yeah, machine apocalypse. So yeah, that was quite the lengthy mission, climbing up the remains of that building. And now we gotta go into the remains of U.S. Robot Command. I mean, hell, we now officially have a Space Force. Who's to say that if we keep going as far as automatons are concerned, who's to say we won't get a robot? I'm still holding out for Gundams and light speed starships at this point. Still, well, we should have had colonies years ago, in my opinion. But colonies, like the Gundam ones. Anyway. That'll do for this main mission. I'll save the Grave Horde for tomorrow when I can. And it's my day off, so I likely will have the time to do it. Hopefully, if I don't end up bothered by any other stuff happening. So, yeah. Oh, I'm yawning. So now we got 2 more power cells left till we go to the armory. I'd rather get it done in one fell swoop. And that'll be it. So, one main quest down, another tomorrow. And whatever comes next from there. So, thank you all for joining. For those who watch, and I'll be back later at the next part.